Hi, this is Karen calling in behalf of Matt Lloyd and Moab, and today we're going to call Ian Billingham, who is a diamond consultant and has earned $7,450 recently. So let's give him a call.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ian?
Yes, this is Ian.
Hi, Ian. This is Karen calling in behalf of Matt Lloyd and Moab. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very good to talk to you again.
It's been a while since Jamaica.
Yes, it has, but it's so good to talk to you again. How have you been?
Very well, thank you.
Wonderful. Well, I am calling today because we have you listed at earning $7,450 recently.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Can you tell us a little bit about these sales?
Yeah, sure. I was going through my numbers. It was over a 30-day period between August 1 and, let's take the month of August.
Okay.
August 1 to 31. And I had run some ad campaigns to the I Am Freedom event in Manila. Manila obviously being the first new market for Moab in a while. So the event happened August 8th to the 10th, and I believe the HBS, the 3-day event, was towards the end of that month. So just for the community, I'll just share a couple of numbers. And what's amazing is actually the ROI, which is pretty good. So I did a lot of pay-per-click Facebook ad spending around just over $2,550 US dollars. And for that event, I got 538 registrations, and that translates to about $4.70 per registration.
Which is excellent.
Here's a bit of a tip for new mobile affiliates around the world. Get into new markets, particularly Asian markets, because you'll find that your ad cost is actually a lot lower, and you can actually get a better bang for your buck. So out of August, I had 4 HBS tickets from that event. I was driving traffic to the 21-step system, got 11 MTTBs as a result. So 2 silver consultants popped out, and also a titanium buyer came out. So if you add in all the other ancillary commissions, total revenue for the month was just around about $7,450. Now, if you look at my ad spend, $2,500 generated $7,500. My ROI was just under 300%.
Right, that's wonderful.
And interestingly enough, 86% of the revenue came from just 2 customers. And that basically just illustrates the power of the high-ticket business. And as I'm sure a lot of the Moab community listening in onto this call can appreciate. So that was good. And I was actually running some ad testing. So now I'll know how to scale that campaign.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you find Moab, and what's been your experience so far?
Sure. Well, I come from a 22-year corporate background. I never made it back past 22 years, cut short of the 40-year plan. I was let go, and I had tried about 2.5 traditional style businesses, including importing fruit juices from abroad and doing traditional distribution. I'd done a little bit of network marketing and also tried to start a business with a mobile phone app. And I got all very, very frustrated. And a friend of mine actually invited me to a free event, the I Am Freedom event. And I automatically dissed it because I wasn't kind of interested and didn't really know much about internet marketing, had no experience, wasn't on the lookout for anything new. So our wives started talking. We were out for dinner one time, and the conversation came up again. I said, okay, well, I'm not doing anything, so I'll go along for the ride. Free 2-hour event, maybe I'll learn something. And actually, it was Russell Whitney that was speaking at that event in Hong Kong. I guess this would have been back in about September, October 2015. And, Russell said one thing that basically changed my life. And he basically said, listen, if you want to become an entrepreneur in the modern economy, you got to have a system so that you're no longer trading your time for money. And I had worked pretty hard my entire corporate life, and obviously how that puts a strain on spending time with family. And I really wanted my time back. So I bought the 3-day ticket at the HBS, again in Hong Kong, and really started to understand, and everything kind of pulled together by Saturday, 4:30 p.m. of the 3-day event. I went platinum right away, saw the opportunity. I went to my first titanium mastermind event, took my wife and family down there would have been November 2015, and we really saw a bigger picture in terms of what the business provided. So I went diamond there, invested in Matt's mentoring program, and been chugging along since.
How has your mindset evolved over time?
I'll put something down to one thing very specifically, and that's how I feel about spending and investing in the business, and obviously investing in my continued education. And I would say the biggest shift has been, coming from a very conservative middle class upbringing where I was taught to save, 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 and always put money aside on low risk opportunities and mutual funds. That was one of the biggest struggles I had with starting a business like this. And over the years, what has changed is I've been able to look at investing in terms of what am I going to get in return. So the ROI thing. Now, it's interesting coming from corporate where you understand all that theory, but when you're kicked out on the street and you have to actually fend for yourself, that all goes out the window because all of a sudden you're playing with your own money, no longer the company's money.
Right.
So that was the biggest learning that I had to go through. And it took a long time for me to transition out of that. I remember one of the conversations I spoke with Matt and some of the fantastic mode coaches was, you got to find out, spend time to get the data, spend money to get the data, so that ultimately when you're getting more in return than what you're spending on advertising, you've got a profitable business model. Right. So that's what I wanted to share in terms of how I have changed with the example of just recently in August. I wanted to share kind of how I came from a conservative money mindset into now look at the business from an ROI. I have a little bit more of an appetite for investing in advertising because I don't do that unless I have an educated data that's going to tell me, well, what am I going to actually net out as a result? So I would say that would be the biggest change in mindset.
What would you say is the secret to success with Mob?
Wow. Sure, that's been asked a lot of times. I think it's different for a lot of people. I think for me is patience. Patience, and also you got to take action. And I want to kind of get in. I wanted to share maybe perhaps 5 learnings that I've had, which are going to actually help people, both people who are struggling, people who are making success and want to take it to the next level, or people who are just starting the Mo community. And I thought I might put maybe 5 things together that's really helped me out. Number 1 is people will buy into your story. Your story, your background sets your entire marketing positioning in this business for any new Mob affiliate. Because you're not the only one to have actually found Mob, to see Mob as a solution, as a vehicle to solve a problem in your life, be it financial freedom, more time, more giving to a cause, or whatever that might be, a lifestyle business. But because you're not the only one with that problem, your story can potentially reach out to millions. So you've got to recognize the power in your story, all right? And folks out there who are listening in to this, just reach out to your Mob coaches. They'll help you craft how to actually position your story. And if you're not going to get it straight away, I'll lend 4 tips of how I created my story, which was behind my Facebook ads. Was number 1 is who are you? Number 2 is what's your problem, what's your pain? Number 3, you're discovering, and finally your call to action. So the first learning I had was people buy into your story. So learn how to write your story right up front before you get on to any training. Learn to write your story because you can leverage that across all your traffic campaigns. All right. The second one I would say is where the patience comes in. You're not going to get it right the first time. Learn how to do testing. Test one version over another. Constantly tweak. Be prepared to spend some money to invest in testing your marketing, be it $5 a day, which seems to be a typical case. Sometimes if you're promoting events in the U.S., you may even have to spend up to $50 a day to get some reasonable, actionable data from Facebook. So altogether, you're looking at a couple $100,000, maybe a couple $1,000 to actually buy data so that you can actually start to run advertising with consistent results. Go for tier B cities, where your ad costs might be a little bit lower in the US, or definitely even Asian markets. If you want to kind of just want to put your foot in the door, that's my advice. Promote the events. It's the fastest way to get your cash converted. And talk to the Mob traffic coaches. They've been awesome. The third one would be, looking at your data. Learn how to look at your data. I think your traffic coach is gonna help everybody, because once you get it right, you're gonna have a lot more confidence, trusting that obviously the MOB system is gonna convert that traffic, but also you'll know that your ads are gonna perform. All right, so that would be the third thing. The fourth thing is obviously be patient. You will have times where you're running multiple campaigns, nothing happens. But Matt taught me one time that sometimes you may have to wait 6 months before one customer to bring you a major profit that would have covered all your initial spending and put you into profit. So my tip is be patient. You're only one customer away from making a huge profit. That would be my kind of, that really basically I learned from a lot of MOB coaches in the mentoring programs. The last thing I think would be, this has got to be an ongoing thing, is, Matt taught me once, he asked me about a year ago, Ian, what are you doing to invest in your marketing? I said, well, what do you mean? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No. What are you doing to invest in your copywriting? And I said, well, I'm not sure what you mean. Well, go learn how to do copywriting. And go find the best 5 copywriting books ever written, read them all, and start doing copywriting. And that literally just changed my outlook on the business. So anybody listening, you can actually PM me and I'll give you a few more titles. Some of the books that have helped me out in terms of my copywriting.
And explain to them what copywriting is, just for newbies that might not understand what that verbiage.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a technical term in advertising. It's what you read, how you put your thoughts into words, and how you can connect in very, very few amounts of words, the pain, the inspiration, and the discovery, ultimately to get people to click on your ad, or click on your email, or respond to a video sales letter, or get engaged on a webinar. It's the use of words that allows you to be able to sell effectively by presenting a problem and a solution. So it's basically, it's the art of writing, but writing for the purpose of selling, which is what the business we're in. So that's copywriting.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I would say I made a decision on MOB. It was in October. The following month, I went to my first mastermind. And those of you who are listening in who know of Adeline Sugianto's story, she found me through that ad that was passed over to me from a friend of mine. And she said, go as soon as possible to your first mastermind, because that is where you will launch your business in terms of your belief, your vision, what you want to get out of this business. So that would be my biggest recommendation. People who are actually positioned at Titanium and above, and you get a chance to actually attend these wonderful masterminds, make sure you schedule in at the first available opportunity. Go. That's what we did.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for giving us some of your time today. Wonderful advice. Okay. Congratulations again, and I hope to be calling you in the future with some more commissions.
Okay, thanks, Ken. You take care.
You too.
Have a family.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.